When Jess entered his second year of college, he was already drowning. Tuition was high. Rent was rising. His part-time job barely covered food. Most nights, he stayed awake doing homework at a squeaky library chair, his stomach grumbling louder than the turning pages. His friends went out on weekends. Jess worked double shifts. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't unmotivated. He was just broke. And worst of all, he felt invisible. One night, Jesse sat alone in the campus library staring at a stack of textbooks he couldn't afford. He had borrowed them from the school's temporary loan shelf. His phone buzzed with a message from the landlord. Rent due in 3 days. No exceptions. Jess closed his eyes for a moment and whispered, "There has to be a way out of this." The spark. Scrolling through YouTube later that night, he stumbled upon a channel explaining psychology topics in short animated videos. It had millions of views. Jess felt a shock of recognition. "I already make notes like this," he thought. Clear, simple, and honestly better than some professors. But then his confidence dropped. "I can't animate. I can't record my voice. I can't afford equipment. I can't." He stopped himself mid-thought. What if? What if he didn't need any of that? What if the problem wasn't ability, but belief? The leap? Jess spent the next week researching. He discovered YouTube automation and AI tools that could write scripts, create voiceovers, edit videos, make animations, add captions, handle the entire production. All Jess had to do was provide his knowledge. For the first time in months, he felt hope. He chose a niche he already knew well. Study hacks and textbook summaries. He didn't try to be perfect. He just tried to help the version of himself who struggled with classes. Instead of doom scrolling at night, he drafted scripts. Instead of stressing over rent, he published videos. His first upload got 37 views. Most people would have quit. Jess smiled. 37 people learned something from me. The first breakthrough. 2 weeks later, something unexpected happened. One of his videos titled, "How to Study Smarter, Not Harder," began climbing. 500 views. 1,200 views. 3,800. Jess refreshed the page every few minutes in disbelief. By the end of the week, it hit 42,000 views. Comments poured in. "This is the clearest explanation I've ever seen. Thank you, this saved me before finals. Please upload more." For the first time, his value was undeniable. People listened. People cared. He spent the next month creating content consistently, all automated with AI. The turning point. One morning, Jess checked his email and froze. "You're now eligible for monetization." He stared at the screen, tears filling his eyes. Every sleepless night. Every skipped meal. Every moment he thought he'd fail. It all led here. The first month, $183. Nothing huge. But to Jess, it was the beginning of freedom. The second month, $629. The third month, $1,400. Then $2,800. He paid his rent early for the first time. Bought groceries without checking prices. Stopped working night shifts and focused on his studies. His channel crossed 100,000 subscribers. Professors began using his videos in class. Students recognized his animated style. He went from broke and invisible to valued and influential. The part that matters most. One day, someone commented, "Your videos are the only reason I didn't drop out." Thank you. Jess sat in silence for a long time. He realized something powerful. He didn't become successful because he was perfect. He didn't become successful because he had money. He didn't become successful because he had equipment. He became successful because he started. Because he believed that his knowledge, something he already had, could become someone else's lifeline. The lesson: if you feel broke, if you feel stuck, if you feel like life is pushing you down, remember Jess. He didn't have money. He didn't have tools. He didn't have experience. But he had effort, consistency, and the courage to try. And that was enough. Today, Jess is financially free. He graduates soon, not as a struggling student, but as a young entrepreneur with a thriving YouTube brand. He proved something simple. You don't need to be rich to start. You need to start to stop being broke.